Sup dudes, I'm 1.13 here and welcome back to another Minecraft 1.13 video. And well, today I wanted to talk about some things which still need to be changed in 1.13. First of all, this command menu. So I'm going to type in a command here. I'm going to select advancement, grant, the 3.0, not everything, only Minecraft adventuring / adventuring time. Okay. I now have this adventure, apparently. This advancement, apparently. That was loud. But anyway, yes, I have that advancement now. I've done that. But here's the fun thing. In previous versions, you're able to use the arrow keys to do that. Now, does it work with the shift? No. Okay, it doesn't work with shift. Okay, it's an unknown command. Okay, that's whatever. That is literally whatever. But, yeah, there you go. You should be able to do this. You should be able to do this to collect the previous advancement command so you can repeat it. Because that was a thing you could do in previous versions, where you could just do /up arrow and repeat the command. Now, there's plenty of uses for it. For example, summoning a mob. You can, if you've summoned a mob or created an item with like special tags, rather than having to retype the whole thing, you can just run the command again. And this does not require, and this way you don't have to use a command block to do it. Which you can do, but I think it's better to just do the up arrows thing. So, it doesn't necessarily have to be default behavior for the up arrows, but when you're shifting, which I'm pressing shift right now, it doesn't work. When you're shifting, that should be the functionality. Like, yeah. Next thing, there's some over here, so let's take a look at them. The horse model has been improved a lot and looks and fits better with the other Minecraft things. However, I look at it and I still kind of see something off. I can't quite put my finger to it, but I feel like it still needs a bit of work. That's all I'm saying. So, just I don't know, tweak it a little bit. I can't tell what's wrong with it, but it does feel kind of off. And now, to talk about the creative inventory. There have been some good changes. For example, all the logs are now put together. All 12 blocks that are logs. But there are blocks that fit together that aren't together. For example, sandstone isn't stuck with sand, and there's still red sand. And red sandstone's all the way down here still with the stairs. It's missing the slab now. The slab's been moved up to here. Purple is randomly over here, which does make sense. Two types of pumpkins are here, but this pumpkin hasn't been moved to be over with them. Stairs aren't with the stone bricks. Brick stairs aren't with stairs. Sandstone stairs are just arbitrarily over here. Endstone bricks, for some strange reason, have been moved to go with endstone. I feel like the different ore blocks that are just scattered across here could be put together with the rest of the ores. Like, we got 3 of them here, and then the rest of them are just scattered. Meanwhile, we got the wood stairs, which are scattered. Red nether brick could probably be put with nether brick, and also I'd actually like a red nether brick stairs, slab, and fence. Just so y'all know. I don't even know why stained glass has been moved down to here. It's like they're moving all the colored blocks to be in a section together, but no, the wool's still up over here. And you got the block of gold and block of iron, as if they didn't really have any idea where to move that to. Like, try and put it together with this lapis, emerald, diamond blocks. These were originally double slabs that kind of were like with a special texture variant. They're stuck over here for some reason. Ice and packed ice could probably be moved to be together. Clay could probably go with all the different terracotta blocks, considering it is basically clay. But I still insist on calling it clay, just so you know. Block of coal probably can also be put with all that stuff. We got these guys are randomly. Packed ice, like I said, put that with the normal ice. Melon's arbitrary. I guess put it with the pumpkins, kind of since they came together in an update and they're similar functioning crops. Bone block, probably move that with another warp block and the magma block to also join the gold and stuff. Hey, Bale. Now apparently called Straw Bale. I don't even know why. That can be sent to be... That kind of probably could just stick around on its own. But that's just this tab. There has been some reorganizing, but it's a bit messy. For example, glass is still pretty separate from the rest of the stained glass. You got mossy cobblestone all the way down here, not with its cobblestone variant. Slabs, I feel like, yeah, putting slabs together like this made sense, but I feel like you should also do this with stairs. Also, this exists. This petrified oak slab exists. That's just a relic from the early days. Leaves apparently have been put together. Now, one of the annoying things is the block known as shrub. If you're not sure what that is, it was basically a variant of the tall grass block, which had the texture of the dead bush. It was metadata 0. There was also 1 and 2, but there's also one called the shrub. It's gone. There's no real loss. It didn't generate in survival. But the console edition, for some strange reason, actually uses it now, which is weird. Then we got all the flowers which haven't moved, and shut your face. Also, you can't do the shorthand for those. Anyway, chest over here, furnace farmland is over here, and you got the jukebox hanging out down here. The fences have been all put together, which makes sense. I feel like these mushroom blocks down here should be put with these mushrooms. I feel like infested stone. I'm not sure I like that name for it. Cactus, probably put it with the rest of the plants. Torch, it's pretty good being here. End rod, pretty good being here with chorus plant. I'm not sure why these are here. I'm not entirely sure I like that they're here. Glass pane can be put with the white stained glass. The double tall plants can probably be moved up to go with these guys, probably. Same with these guys. Iron bars, probably put them with the fence, maybe. It's kind of fence-like in shape. Anything that's kind of like, you use it to make stuff, to like, edit your items and stuff, or store them. Chest, crafting table, furnace, enchanting table, and anvils, ender chest, and the end portal frame. Those guys kind of all seem to just kind of fit together. Probably put the grass path and the farmland together. Slime block, again, that's one that doesn't really have a category, but these guys and these guys being together like this kind of makes sense. And the beds all being together like this makes sense. Probably put the painting, the sign, and the item frame together. Flower pot doesn't really have its own thing, but maybe put the armor stand with the painting, sign, and item frame. Banners can kind of stick out here, and end crystal is its own unique thing, and the heads being together is fine. So that's all good. Redstone section. Yes, the pressure plates, the new pressure plates have been put together. Of course, there's still the problem of the fact that the stone button is completely separate from the wooden button. That can be fixed. I suppose remove the redstone, put the redstone torch somewhere else, maybe put it next to lever, and then you maybe move these guys up to be with the other pressure plates. Fence gate, trapdoors, fence gates, and doors probably should be organized into their own section, including the iron door, yes. Probably put the dispenser and dropper together, and probably the hopper too. These guys being together like this is fine. Tripwire hook here is fine. Redstone lamp, probably... There should be like two sections. There should be inputs, basically lever, redstone torch, all pressure plates, all buttons, daylight sensor, and observer. Those should all be in a thing. Basically trapdoors, fence gates, and doors should be in their own section. And then all the other outputs in each section, that's an input right there. So, and all the other outputs should be in their own section. So all of these and these two. Redstone block should probably come first in here. That would make a bit of sense. And then these three, they're kind of like transmitters, I'd call them. Yeah, put them together. Just organize this a bit so that everything makes sense together. Rails have always been together, but I'd reorganize it so the normal rail comes first, and it's the power, then the detector, then the activator. Like, go from most common to least common in use. Shut up, phone. Minecarts, put the minecarts together. The furnace minecart still exists, actually, which is hilarious since it's completely useless to pretty much... And shut up, phone! But actually, about the furnace minecart, make it so that's like a... Okay. This is a new world since I deleted the older one, since it got corrupted slightly. No, not advancement. This is false. And then /time set 6. This is a thing that you have to do. And then put the boats together, and the saddle and the saddle goes, put it with the carrot and stick, and the elytra is just separate from the rest of this. But try and put all the minecarts next to the rails, because that kind of makes sense. Save toolbars is this. Anyway, miscellaneous. Still, I don't think the miscellaneous tab has been sorted at all. So beacon, maybe move that to decoration blocks. The beacon, that makes sense. So try putting it with this sort of stuff, like the chest, crafting table, furnace, and jukebox, and these guys, and these guys. Oh, cobblestone walls, probably put them with like the fences as well. Coal and charcoal, yes, should go together. Also with diamond, iron, gold, and some others. Like these are 1, 2, 3, 4 of the chest items. Now one of them's over of the ore items, and one of them's in here. And one of them is a dye, so that's a separate thing entirely. But emerald and quartz can also be put with these guys. Where are emerald and quartz? They're after this. So there's emerald and there's quartz. Put them with these guys. As well, certain other things can kind of be put in with these guys. For example, the gold nugget, try putting that right next to the gold ingot. Same with the iron nugget for the iron ingot. Put the brick and clay are good together, so move the nether brick to be next to the normal brick, because that's kind of a thing. These guys are all work well together, but the sugar is in a weird spot when compared to them. Put it next to the sugar cane. Slime ball's in an okay spot. Slime ball doesn't really have an item it can work with in here. String is fine up here. Bowl, try moving it to be with the bucket maybe, and probably put the milk butt with these. Snowball is a thing that I'm not quite sure about. It kind of can float on its own, same as egg. Maybe put egg with the milk bucket, since both of them are used in crafting, what's it called, cakes. Also, as well, take the wheat here and put it together with, well, nothing else. Wheat actually flies on its own because the rest of the ones that come straight out of the crops are directly edible. So anyway, yeah, we put all the seeds together. So all 4 of the seed types together. These 2 can stick together with the shulker shell. Music discs, stick them at the end. Rabbit hide, put it with leather, since they're kind of pretty much similar. Glowstone dust, maybe add it to the this kind of section here. Stick and bowl. Bowl, I said put bucket. Stick and string can be kept together, I suppose, with the feather and the gunpowder, kind of, because I don't really know what else to do with them. Dyes, just keep all the dyes together like this, but put the bone, keep the bone at the end with the bone meal like this. And put the ender pearl and eye of ender next to each other with the, I guess, the blaze rod, and I guess the nether wart can be kind of put in with the other seeds, because it's kind of like a seed. The spawn eggs, all is their own section, makes sense. Bottle low enchanting, I suppose, can be put with maybe this sort of stuff up here. Minus gold nugget, which I said put with the gold ingot. Prismarine shards and prismarine crystals, I guess, put with the stuff that comes out of ores. And what was the other thing I said put there? Glowstone dust? Yeah, I said put glowstone dust with that. So yeah, those can go with that sort of thing. Fireworks together like this makes sense. Empty map, I guess, kind of doesn't really have a place to go. The horse armors, I actually think I actually have put them in the combat section over here. So yeah, put them in there. Put them in the combat section with the other types of armor. And also book and quill, put it together with the normal book. Fire charge, probably put it near the fireworks, because that's about the only thing you really use for in survival. Nether star, I really don't know where to put it. Maybe put it with these guys. I think I might have said that already, though. Just forgot the fact that I said that already. And I think that's everything in here. And then foods. Okay, move both these types of apples to be next to the normal apple. Take all the stews, the mushroom stew, rabbit stew, and beetroot soup. Put them together. Bread, yep, that's kind of its own thing. Take all the fish, put them together. Yes, that's all good. But all the types of meat, the pork chops, the beef steak, chicken, the rabbit and the mutton, put those together. Also next to the fish, because that kind of makes sense. Cake and cookie, they're kind of like dessert-like things. So yeah, they go together. Put these at the end since nobody eats them anyway. Put this with the carrot right before the 3 potato types. Pumpkin pie kind of would go with these guys since it's also kind of like a dessert thing. Melon, try putting it with these guys. And I think that's everything in here. And tools. Now, tools have their arrangement has not been edited other than the fact that it used to be that enchanted books would actually go after all items despite some of them having a higher numerical ID than them. Okay, so let's discuss some stuff. Okay, these are all good being together. Now, I'd put them in order of tier. So the hose are good at actually show you what order the tiers would be in. So yeah, take the iron tools and put them after the stone tools, and then put the hose with their proper categories, and that should work. Take the flint and steel and the shears and put them immediately afterwards. Then the fishing rod, then the compass, then the clock, then the lead, then the name tag, then the enchanted books. That should be organized. Combat. Again, move the iron sword to be in between these two here. These guys are in a good order like this. Probably put the iron horse armor there, put the diamond horse armor there, and put the gold horse armor after that guy. I guess put the bow and arrow after all of that, maybe, and then have them match up with all these arrows. But I guess maybe put that at the end, because put shield before the bow and arrow, and then Totem of Undying before that, just so that we can have the massive section of arrows right above the massive section of enchanted books. And that makes sense. Then in here, potions. Normally when you go into this, you're going for the potions. Or the cauldron if you're a redstoner, because that's actually useful in redstone. But normally, if the normal player goes in here, they're looking for potions. So take every single type of potion and put them in the single section at the top before everything else. Yes, move the gas tier away from here. Immediately follow it with the glass bottle, because that kind of keeps some sort of consistency. And then I guess all the potion ingredients kind of keep them in order. Start with the dragon's bottle, so it's got a visual connection with the other potions, with the actual potions in the glass bottle here. And then put all the potions ingredients, doesn't really matter the order. And then finally, cauldron or brewing stein. Or alternatively, kind of like in here we have the massive section of just lots of stuff at the bottom. Alternatively, put all the potions ingredients first, put these guys immediately afterwards, and then put the glass bottle, then the dragon's breath, then all the potions. That would kind of fit with what I've recommended for these two sections. So, yeah. I mostly focused on fixing the creative inventory, but there were a couple of other things I pointed out as well. I kind of want to point out something to do with torches that I think I've found. I want to actually try a more controlled experiment than what I... Hello? Okay. So, that's a torch, and that's a wall torch. Does this do this with a redstone torch as well? That's a redstone torch that's true lit. So the two types of redstone torches, unlit and normal lit, have now been merged into a single block ID. Okay. And then redstone wall torch. Okay, those are two separate things now. So it's a different ID when it's on a wall, and it's... Okay, that makes no sense. I'd recommend merging these into a single ID. That would kind of... Maybe they can stay separate. I'm actually not sure, because staying separate makes it easier in the code. Because I've examined... I've looked at the Minecraft code. I can look at the Minecraft code. I'm not going to show it off, because... I don't know, it's probably some rules against that or something. But it actually probably would be, looking at the coding, easier to keep these as a separate ID. But on the other hand, it would be easier to keep them as the same ID. So I'm not sure what that's all about. Change them back to a single ID probably would help a bit more with some commands. But then again, how often are you using command to place a bunch of torches. Right? Like, let's try the /fill command. /fill. No. 4, 4, 4, and I guess let's try Minecraft torch. Well, I was expecting a bunch of these to break, but apparently this happens. Well, I'm just gonna leave this alone. It is honestly one of the weirdest things I have ever seen in Minecraft. Okay, so after concluding this video on whatever the heck happened here, thank you all so much for watching. If you liked it, please hit the like button, share it if you liked it, and subscribe for daily content, and be sure to have a lovely day. I seriously hate not being able to zoom in on snapshots. Can't they add it as an actual feature? Anyway, bye!